Assalamu Alaikum. Hello my dear students. This is the second class of biology. Our chapter name is what? What is our chapter name? Protectors of Biosphere. So, we detailedly discussed about in the previous class about this chapter and what is biosphere. So, miss, don't repeat that. Okay. So, in the previous class we learned about global warming. What is global warming? Global warming is a dangerous phenomenon that leads to rise in Earth's temperature. What is global warming? Global warming is a dangerous phenomenon that leads to rise in Earth's temperature. What is the cause of global warming? Global warming is due to increasing the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Increasing the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Can you understand what is global warming? We were detailedly discussed about in the previous class. Okay. So, today we are going to learn the pigments in leaves. Today we are going to learn the pigments in leaves. Today we are going to learn pigments in leaves. So, we said that plants can resist global warming. Plants can resist global warming. How the plants resist the global warming? Through the process of photosynthesis. Through the process of photosynthesis, plants resist global warming. Okay, so today we are going to learn what is pigments in leaves. Pigments in leaves. What is pigment? What is pigment? In your early classes, you learned about pigments. What is pigment? What is a pigment? Pigments is a substance that impart color to the leaves or anything, flowers or something like that. So, pigment is a pigment. What is a pigment? It imparts color to the leaves or flowers, something like that. Here we discussed about the pigment chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. Okay. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a pigment that impart color to leaves. Chlorophyll is a pigment that impart color to leaves. Chlorophyll is a pigment that impart color to leaves. Okay. So, what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll, it is a pigment that impart color to leaves. Chlorophyll is a pigment that impart color to leaves. Okay. So, you know that chlorophyll imparts green color to leaves. You know that chlorophyll imparts green color to plants. Okay. So, we know that with the help of chlorophyll, the plants or leaves occurs photosynthesis. With the help of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a pigment. It imparts green color to the leaves. So, with the help of chlorophyll, sunlight and carbon dioxide, plants takes place photosynthesis. In plants, photosynthesis takes place with the help of what? Carbon dioxide, water and minerals. Okay. So, you know that chlorophyll imparts green color to the plant parts. So, where the photosynthesis occurs? Where the photosynthesis occurs? Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. Where the photosynthesis occurs? The photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. Photosynthesis occurs in എവിടെയാണ് നടക്കുന്നത്? Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. Okay, photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. എവിടെയാണ് photosynthesis നടക്കുന്നത്? Photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplast. Okay, now we are going to learn the structure of chloroplast. Now we are going to learn the structure of chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast has an outer membrane. Okay, inside it there is a brick-like structures. Inside it there is a big brick-like structures. And these structures are called grana. This is the structure of chloroplast. What is the speciality of this chloroplast? In chloroplast, the photosynthesis occurs. In chloroplast, where the photosynthesis occurs, where the site of chloroplast, where the site of photosynthesis, chloroplast. Okay. So, this is a structure of chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast, there is a brick-like structures called grana. Inside the chloroplast, there is a brick-like structures. Inside the chloroplast, there is a brick-like structures called grana. And here, there is a fluid part. There are some fluid parts called stroma. So, this is the structure of chloroplast. So, structure of chloroplast. Okay. You can see this picture in your textbook. You also check that. Okay. So this is a structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast. In chloroplast there is a brick-like structure called grana, and inside it there is a fluid-like substance called stroma. Okay. So this is about the structure of chloroplast. What is the speciality of chloroplast? Photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplast. Okay. So pigments that absorb sunlight are present in the chloroplast. There are certain pigments in chloroplast. Chloroplast is a pigment. So in the chloroplast there are some pigments. So pigments that absorb sunlight are found in the grana of chloroplast. Okay. Pigments that absorb sunlight are present in the grana of chloroplast. So this is the grana. In grana there are some pigments that absorb sunlight. Granile sella pigments undu that absorb sunlight. In grana there are some pigments that absorb sunlight. Okay. So pigments that absorb sunlight are found in the grana of chloroplast, not in the stroma. The pigments that absorb sunlight are present in the grana of chloroplast. Okay. So there are certain pigments present in chloroplast. There are certain pigments present in chloroplast. So we can check what are the pigments present in the chloroplast. So photosynthesis occurs in the site of chloroplast. So what are the pigments present in the chloroplast? The pigments in the chloroplast. What are the pigments? What are the pigments present in the chloroplast? Chloroplast le pigments. Okay. Chloroplast. So what are the pigments present in the chloroplast? First one is chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll A. Second one is chlorophyll B. Chlorophyll B. Third one, carotene. Carotene. The last one, anthocyanin. Anthocyanin. So these are the pigments present in the grana of chloroplast. Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin. Okay. Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene and xanthophyll are the pigments present in the grana of chloroplast. What are the pigments? Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin are present in the grana. Where this seen? The grana, not in the stroma, grana. These pigments are present in the grana of chloroplast. Pigments in grana of chloroplast. We know that the chloroplast has two structures, grana and stroma, and there are certain pigments present in the grana of chloroplast. What are they? Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin are the pigments present in the grana of chloroplast. Okay. So these pigments can absorb sunlight. So all these pigments can absorb sunlight. All these pigments can absorb sunlight. But chlorophyll A can participate directly in photosynthesis. All pigments ability all the pigments has the ability to absorb sunlight, but the chlorophyll A can directly participate in the process of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll A ki maatrame direct aayittu photosynthesis il participate cheyan pattu. So chlorophyll A can directly participate in the process of photosynthesis. Okay. So and all other pigments absorb light. All other pigments absorb light. Baki ella pigments light ine absorb cheyyunnundu. All other pigments can absorb light, but chlorophyll A can directly participate in the process of photosynthesis. All the other pigments convert or transfer it into chlorophyll A. All the pigments can absorb sunlight. All the pigments can absorb sunlight present in the grana of chloroplast, but chlorophyll A can directly participate. That is a speciality of chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll A can directly participate. What is the speciality of chlorophyll A? Chlorophyll A can directly participate in the process of photosynthesis. So chlorophyll A can directly participate in the process of photosynthesis. Okay. So all the other pigments are called, the three pigments chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin are called accessory pigments. Accessory pigment. Okay. So what are the accessory pigment present in the grana of chloroplast? Chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin are present in the grana of chloroplast, and chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin are called accessory pigments. Chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin are called accessory pigment. Okay. So photosynthesis occurs in the grana. Photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplast, and chloroplast has two structures, grana and stroma. Stroma is the fluid part present in the chloroplast, and grana is the brick-like structures present in the chloroplast. Okay, so some pigments are present in chlorophyll. Some pigments are present in the grana of chloroplast. What are they? What are the pigments present in the grana of chloroplast? Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, then carotene and anthocyanin are present in the grana of chloroplast. All the pigments can absorb sunlight, but what is the speciality of chlorophyll A? Chlorophyll A can directly participate in the process of photosynthesis. So, what is the speciality of chlorophyll A? Chlorophyll A can directly participate in the process of photosynthesis. All the other pigments like chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin can absorb sunlight, but it convert or transfer it into chlorophyll A. The chlorophyll A like transfer cheyanulla joliyana aarkullathu baaki other pigments ine ullathu. So these pigments are called accessory pigments. Ee pigments ine parayana perana accessory pigments ennu parayunnathu. Okay, what are the accessory pigments present in the grana of chloroplast? Chlorophyll B, carotene and anthocyanin are the pigments present in the grana of chloroplast. Okay. Okay, this is all about the structure of chloroplast. Okay, so hope you understand that. So we were discussed about the structure of chloroplast. Hope you understand all the things I teach you. Okay, so next we are going to learn about the path of carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide present where? Carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere in the form of gas. So the path of carbon dioxide to leaves. You can see the illustration in your text, page number 10. Path of carbon dioxide to leaves. Okay, carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere in the gaseous form. So we learned the 7th class about that. So path of carbon dioxide to the leaves. In atmosphere, carbon dioxide present in the gaseous form. In the leaves, there is a small pore-like structures called the stomata. The stomata absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Okay, and it reaches to, carbon dioxide reaches to inside the leaves. You can see in your textbook there is a flow chart about that. So path of carbon dioxide to leaves. Path of carbon dioxide path. So path of carbon dioxide. Okay, from atmosphere. Atmosphere where does he go? Where does it go? To stomata. Stomata. From the atmosphere, carbon dioxide reaches to stomata of the leaves. Stomata are the tiny pores present in the leaves of a plant. Okay, from the atmosphere the carbon dioxide reaches to stomata. From stomata, it reaches to where? It reaches to inside the leaves. Inside the leaves. Carbon dioxide is a necessary pigment, necessary one for the process of photosynthesis. So from the atmosphere it reaches to stomata. From the stomata it reaches to inside the leaves. Okay. So path of water. This is the path of carbon dioxide. You can see the illustration in your textbook. There is a flow chart. You want to fill up with that. So we were discussed about that. Path of water. So how the water travels? How the water travels? So from the soil, the plants get water from the soil. Soil നിന്നാണ് water plants കിട്ടുന്നത്. So where the carbon dioxide get from? The carbon dioxide get from the atmosphere and the water get from the soil. Water get from the soil. Soil നിന്നാണ് എന്താണ് പ്ലാന്റ്സിന് എന്തിനെ കിട്ടുന്നത്, വാട്ടറിനെ കിട്ടുന്നത്. So the path of water from the soil. From the soil it reaches to root. Root absorb water and minerals from the soil. So from the soil water reaches to root. Then from the root it reaches to xylem. Xylem to leaves. So these are the path of carbon dioxide and water. Okay. From the atmosphere it reaches to stomata, and from the stomata it reaches to inside the leaves. So what about water? Water from the soil root absorb water, and from the root it reaches to xylem. Through the xylem it reaches to inside the leaves. Okay. So hope you understand all these things. If you have any doubt, contact me. Okay. So then we are going to learn the chemistry of photosynthesis. Chemistry of photosynthesis. Chemistry of photosynthesis. Next we are going to learn the chemistry of photosynthesis. So today we learn about the structure of chloroplast, the path of carbon dioxide, and the path of water to the leaves. Okay. So now we are going to learn the chemistry of photosynthesis. The chemistry of photosynthesis. We know that chloroplast has two parts. What are they? Say, chloroplast has two parts: stroma, grana, and stroma. Chloroplast has two parts: grana and stroma. Grana, you know that the brick-like structures, we learned that. So grana is the brick-like structures found in the chloroplast, and stroma is the fluid part present inside the chloroplast. Okay. So here grana is the brick-like structures. We already learned that, so there is no detailed description about that. Grana and stroma. Grana is the brick-like structures present in the chloroplast, and stroma is the fluid part present in the chloroplast. What is the speciality of chloroplast? Chloroplast is the place of photosynthesis. The photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. Don't forget that. Okay. So this is an important point. So don't forget about that. Chloroplast. In chloroplast there is two parts: grana and stroma. Grana is the brick-like structures present in the chloroplast, and stroma is the fluid part present inside the chloroplast. Okay. So photosynthesis has two phases. Photosynthesis has two phases. What are the phases? Light phase and dark phase. Light phase and dark phase. So photosynthesis has two phases. What are the phases? Light phase and a dark phase. Photosynthesis has two phases: light phase and a dark phase. Light phase takes place in grana. Light phase takes place in grana, and dark phase takes place in stroma. Light phase takes place in grana, and dark phase takes place in stroma. Okay. So here, as the name suggests, what is the name? Light phase. So as the name suggests, there is a need of light. Light venam. Okay. So light is used here. In light phase, light is used. It's very simple. In light phase, light is used. In light phase, what is the speciality of light phase? There is presence of light. Light is used there. Okay. So here we know that we want water for the process of photosynthesis. So in light phase, the water splits into what? Oxygen and hydrogen. Water splits into oxygen and hydrogen. Water splits into oxygen and hydrogen, and oxygen is released. Here in the light phase, water splits into oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is released and hydrogen reaches to stoma. Hydrogen reaches to stoma. Okay. In light phase, light is used and water is splits into oxygen and hydrogen. Water is splits into oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is released there and hydrogen reaches to where? Where? Hydrogen reaches to stoma. Hydrogen reaches to stoma. Okay. Here light energy is converted into Le means light energy. Okay. You understand? Le means light energy. Here light is there. So light energy is converted into chemical energy. Le means light energy. Ce means chemical energy. Okay. It's a short form. So light energy is converted into chemical energy. Okay. Light energy is converted into chemical energy and stored where? Stored in ATP. What is ATP? It is the energy currencies present in mitochondria. Okay, ATP is the energy currencies in our body. ATP is the energy currencies present in our body. ATP, the full form is adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so light energy is converted into chemical energy. In light phase, light energy is converted into chemical energy, and the chemical energy is stored in ATP. Chemical energy is stored in ATP. In light phase, light energy is converted into chemical energy and this chemical energy is stored in ATP. Okay. So, what is the speciality of light phase? Here light is used in light phase, light is used and the water splits into oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is released. Oxygen is released and hydrogen reaches to stoma. Hydrogen reaches to stoma. Okay. And here the light energy is converted into chemical energy and it is stored in ATP. ATP is energy currencies. Our body energy currencies ATP. Okay. So light energy is converted into chemical energy and chemical energy stored in ATP. So now we are going to discuss about the speciality of dark phase. What is dark phase? So what dark? There is no light. Okay, light is not used. Here light is not used. Light is not used here. So in light phase light is used. In dark phase there is no usage of light. Okay, light is not used. So we know that in light phase light energy is converted into what? Light energy is converted into chemical energy and it is stored in ATP. Light energy is converted into chemical energy and it is stored in the ATP. Okay. So energy in ATP. Energy in ATP used to combine. Energy in ATP is used to combine hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Hydrogen and CO2 is carbon dioxide. Okay. Do you understand? So, this is about a chloroplast. Chloroplast has two structures. Chloroplast has two structures. This is the chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast, there is a brick-like structures. There is a brick-like structures called grana. There is a brick-like structures called grana and inside the chloroplast there is a fluid part. Inside the chloroplast there is a chloroplast and this is called the fluid part is called stroma. The fluid part is called stroma. Okay. So this is structure of chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast there is a brick-like structures called grana and there is a fluid part also. The fluid part is called stroma. Okay. So in photosynthesis there is two phases, light phase and dark phase. In photosynthesis there is two phases, light phase and dark phase. As the name suggests, there is light is used there. Light is used there and the water converted into oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is released here and the hydrogen reaches to stoma. And the hydrogen reaches to stoma and the light energy is converted into chemical energy. എത്ര മിനിറ്റായി? എത്ര മിനിറ്റായി? ആണോ? ഇപ്പം തീർക്കും. The light energy used in Grana is converted into chemical energy. The light energy in light phase is converted into chemical energy and stored in ATP, and this energy synthesized in the light phase. The chemical energy synthesized in the light phase is used to combine hydrogen and carbon dioxide to produce glucose. You know that as a result of photosynthesis, glucose is synthesized there. So here the energy energy present in the light phase here used. So the energy in the ATP used to combine hydrogen and carbon dioxide and produce glucose. This is all about light phase and dark phase. Once more I can repeat: light phase, light is used; dark phase, light is not used. So here water splits into oxygen and hydrogen. Here the water splits into oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is released and hydrogen goes to stoma. Okay, so here in light phase, light energy is converted into chemical energy and stored in ATP. In dark phase, the energy produced in the light phase is used in to combine hydrogen and carbon dioxide and produce glucose. Hydrogen and carbon dioxide and produce glucose. This is all about the light phase and dark phase. Photosynthesis has two phases, light phase and dark phase. Light phase takes place in grana and dark phase takes place in stroma. So hope you have understand all the things we were learned. So we can wind up the class. If you have any doubt, contact me. Okay, thank you.